It's okay, Panda. You're right. Okay. You're right. This is Panda when she's moved. She paces. She fights with new horses. She kicks the fencing. Gets very stressed. And in the past has stress colics twice. So I give her lots of hay, electrolytes, Vitacalm, and extra raspberry leaves. This is why I call Panda Pandemonium Dragon. Because if you were to have a pet as a dragon, this is how it would be. And I love her with all my being. So I got home last night. I'm pet sitting at a house for a friend. And I came home late, taking care of my horses. And it's around 6 a.m. and I hear a loud crash happening. And I woke up with a start and I went around this way and I hear another crash and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is that? What is going on? And then I hear like more kind of crashes. And so I come down the stairs and I turn the corner and there's a little old man standing there and he's breaking the window in the house. And I said, what are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing? And he just stood there, this little old man. He looked like an old grizzly elf. Gray hair, old clothes, kind of homeless looking, very old. And he was holding a shovel and he had broken the glass. Of course, I'm cleaning it up a little bit and glass flew across the bed and it flew over here. And so I had a victim's advocate here helping me clean up the glass. So I'll show you outside. So he walked away slowly. So I ran upstairs. I'll tell you this part first. So I ran back up the stairs. And I'm in a nightshirt. I was sleeping hard. And I come around and I shut the door. And I grab my phone and I come over here and I look out. And I'm looking for him and I don't see him. And now I thought, I hope no one else is in the house. What is going on? Called the cops. So I talked to 911. They sent officers up this little road right here to, that's where they found him. He had walked threw the shovel in the backyard, walked around the house, and was standing on the other side of the barn. and they found him. Probably a transient. Just walking up and down the road, looking for, I don't know, something to do. And of course, I have to call my husband, So there's a doorbell right here, the big doorbell. There's this bell, and there's a big doorbell. He must have placed that right there, thinking he might use it. What he had done is he probably came, my truck is sitting right here. I have lights on in the house. I had a lamp on. I had a lamp on in this bedroom. I had a lamp on and hallway lights up and downstairs because I had come in late. I turned on some lights and I went to bed. Here's a screen door window. He'd taken off the screen and broke the window with a shovel. He'd come over here, stood right here, and broke that window with a shovel. And then he stood here and I was yelling at him and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, I'm not now. And I was like, "What? Who are you? What are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm calling the cops." So he turned around. As far as I can gather, he went through here, and I think what he did was to keep from being seen, because I ran upstairs. So he walked right over here right away, and he skirted over here. And the dogs were inside. I think they were startled too because they didn't bark. He threw the shovel right in front of, I think this is the maybe air conditioner or something. He threw the shovel right there, and then he skirted the barn. And he went this way. And this is where they found him, standing here. And the cops pulled up right here. So 2 cops pulled up here, and I had about 3 in the driveway. And I saw a couple drive down the road. Very scary. You're kind of scared for your life because you think, is he coming in? I saw him walk away. But you never know if someone's in the house. If he had someone with him. If he was a distraction or something. I don't know. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. So now I have to get the window boarded up. I have to clean up this mess. I have to see what I'm gonna do at night. This is pretty heavy. But I think he thought that he could have used that. I have all my stuff here. Now I have a big mess. All the glass there, under the bed, here, window, glass all over. No, the lamp is okay. Just a broken window. So now I'm gonna call and see if I can get this boarded up and wait for calls from my friend. Okay. So, puppy stays here for a moment. I'll be right back. This is where my horses used to be. And now it's part of the group pen. This happened a week ago. There's our shed. They moved it into the middle of the group pen. So now, taking hay. This is my new norm. I take everything in a wheelbarrow, go get grain, give my horses some hay, and come back to the shed. Here's where I used to put my hay. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll deal. We're looking at horse properties. And pretty soon we'll have our own place. So stay tuned for that. I don't have to go to the gym. Come walk up and down this 4 or 5, 6, 10, 15 times a day. Okay. Here's Miles. Say hi, Miles. He's in his new digs. He's doing okay. I think this is Red. He's from a dude ranch. He's a good boy. I think him and Miles are buddies. And Miles is eating his hay. So we're gonna I give him a little bit more hay when I come. And then I give him another half a flake and a handful of alfalfa. I'm trying to get rid of my alfalfa I have, and I have to go get more hay. So that will probably be after this filming. Here's Panda. Oh, they dropped some hay. She is in her new digs. Not as big as the last one. I had to put these up. Last time she tried to take down the wooden fence. Looks like they fixed it a little bit. It was leaning over about 4 feet. We wired the cattle panels over here. Can you see? Right here. We wired that. She seems to be getting along with the mare. She was biting at her for a minute, but Panda likes to teach people to stay away from her while she eats. She doesn't like anyone near her when she's eating. I have to do that. A little gelding over there. We gotta teach him to stay away from her. He kept coming over and bothering her, and she did not like it. I would throw dried up manure balls at him. He seems to be minding his own business now. now what I have to contend with. I take my whip, and I almost had Miles being quiet while I take Panda out. Now I have to start over. I may have a whip in my hand, but I am not touching my horse with it unless I poke him or flick him. Somebody, you will not say names, told on me and said I was beating my horse. I am not. I will tell you directly, if you have a problem with me, you come to me and you talk to me like grown adults, not like children tattling on the recess. That's not how adults act. You see how noisy he is? So, bear in mind, be quiet. This is all I'm doing to my horse. I'm making it very uncomfortable for him to whinny. Now, he can be quiet and stand here and wait for his mare to come back. But he whinnies, and I make it uncomfortable. Now, usually he won't whinny.
The reason why I have to teach Miles to be quiet is because it causes anxiety in Panda.
Quite intelligent.
Making her very hard
I walk
to
away,
control,
he starts to
ride,
whinny.
lunge.
So then I gotta do it all over
she's
again.
so worried about getting back
I
to
am
you.
never beating my horse with a whip. So do not tattle on me. Now I'll have to do this over and over again until he learns to kind of be quiet. He'll still whinny, but maybe every 10 minutes instead of every 10 seconds. So, be quiet. Be quiet.
Eventually, this did work, and I was put on the list to have Panda move to a bigger pen. More on this as the saga continues in my videos. I did not like showing Miles the whip. This constant whining from him causing anxiety in all of us. Panda, I, the neighbors.
And then I'll have to walk away.
Door,
but I'll leave the whip so he can see it. Be quiet. Remind him to be quiet. Kind of works. The best thing to do would be to separate them, but we don't have the means to do that right now. Maybe soon, but for sure, if I win, I get my own horse property. They will be separated because I'm over it, the whining. Quiet! Be quiet! Be quiet! Be quiet!
Now on to the next video. Thank you for watching. Here is some footage of Panda. These first nights of having to move her into a new stall. She will pace most of the night. She might go grab a bite of hay. And then she'll rest for maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes at a time. And then she'll start over with the pacing. Ten years ago, I rode Panda for a year. She was at a house out east of Brighton. And I drove to the house, and a couple times a week, I would go ride her. Then she was put up for sale, and I bought her. I moved her to a barn out north of Thornton, and she was very upset to be moved from her home. She had been bonded to a mare and the mare's filly. And it took me 3-4 months of lunging her and doing a lot of groundwork in order to ride her. So this has been quite a story for us, and we've been through a lot together. It has been very interesting with moving my horses. Miles is a pretty laid-back guy. He does get bonded easily to mares. He's a very sweet saddlebred and is normally very easy to move around, tie, load up, and ride. Don't get me wrong, most horses generally are pretty laid back, easy to move, load up. But of course, all horses must be trained to do so. Panda is a hot mare. She has a very strong attitude. And well, for the most part, she's pretty easy to care for when she's comfortable and near to mares instead of geldings. Stay tuned as I spend the night with my horses and the final conclusion to this horse saga. Thank you for watching.
But I'm out here at night because it's much cooler and there's no one here. So kind of nice to be just me and the horses and doggy. She's tied in front of Miles' stall waiting for me because she would love to go home and go to bed. I will come back tomorrow, check on them probably earlier. Then we have a couple errands to run, and then I'll come back tomorrow evening and check on them. And then we're going to come out for the day on Thursday and see how this is progressing.